recording? Come on, recording? You're recording, right? Right on my dick. If I get up, I didn't bring something to sit on. Make sure I'm recording, 'cause it's kind of my job. Hello. Welcome back. It's another episode of Discombobulated, the podcast that you're like, oh shit, I really thought he stopped. Fuck. For a second, I really thought he really hung it up. For a second, I thought he really put his skates back in his locker. For a second, I thought he took his Taekwondo belt off and cut it up into little pieces and hid it in the walls. Nope. He's back. And I found this beautiful sunset. And I wanted to share it with you. To tell you that I have a new path in life. And it's following Jesus Christ. And you're like, oh, you're religious now? I'm like, no, I met a guy named Jesus the other day, and he had some pretty good points. I think we just might hang out. I'm going to give my life to Christ. Me too. No. I'm talking about a guy I met at a place called O'Callahan's. Does your Jesus drink beers? Yeah, if Jesus came back, there would definitely be a team around him, and they'd have to be like, hey, listen, I know it's not like, I know you're not selling like CDs or anything, but we do think it would help sales if you threw a couple back. God, son, is it cool if I call you that? What do you want me to call you? Jesus? But I mean, goddamn, if his dad doesn't give us some of the most beautiful sunsets you ever did see. They might even look cooler on other planets. Not ours, but on other planets. What you ever think of what a sunset looks like there? Fuck. You ever think about a sunset on Mars? Fuck. You ever think about a sunset on Jupiter? Come on. Which one is that? I forgot. But it's yeah, I have a splinter in my hand. That's the thing that really sucks right now, is every time I keep trying to adjust the microphone, because I was playing around in the woods. I grabbed a little piece of log. I was like, this is good for a phone tripod. You could probably just set up your podcast right here. Fuck, dude. If I didn't get that fucker just so deep. Bobby, get pliers. Or no. Yeah, get pliers and fucking rip it up. No, I need to get tweezers, but I don't have it, so I think I'm either going to have to suck it up or try one more time. Here, let's got one more try. One, two more tries, three more tries. He tries until he stops. Bobby, that's the beginning of this episode. Fuck, you ever had a splinter, bitch? You ever splinter and keep doing... people work like keep doing your job? You're like, yes, actually, I work at McDonald's, and if I slack for even a moment, the monster known as Ronald McDonald that we haven't seen in years, he comes out and eats me, kind of like the clown from It. People might think what I just did was gross, but hey, guess what's not in my fucking hand anymore? The splinter. Yeah, I just got back. I got back from St. Louis, went to St. Louis, Missouri. Home of the City Museum and Story of the Year, that's where I went. I went to go see their show. I drove 12 hours there, 12 hours back, and in between I watched them play and sign my albums. Because they legally have to sign them if you ask them to, if you bought one of the albums. I was gonna go to Mardi Gras too. I actually was gonna go to Mardi Gras. And then I had this like epiphany that I was like, if I'm at Mardi Gras looking at tits and then thinking like, I could be seeing Story of the Year right now, I'm gonna be honest, that would bum me out. And I know you might be thinking, Bobby, you don't seem like you like tits. I love tits. I love tits. Everybody loves tits. Not many people hate tits. I've had gay friends over the year. Yeah, I said it. And they've even told me they like tits. The thing they don't like is the vagina. They're like, it's scary. And then they give you a Shark Tank like sales pitch of like, but I'll tell you this, you know, you ever had dick? And you're like, no. They're like, oh, it's so much better than what you're describing. I like women. Well, we don't. And join our club. Which is weird because like I'm not trying to. It is funny that I do feel like straight. We're like the only ones that are not trying to like get people over into being like straight. The only people that do that are gay priests in churches. They're like, hey, you can't be gay. We kiss boys. We're kissing the boys, and you're getting in our chair. That's why you can't be gay in a church, is because then you would be like, they'd be like, oh fuck, dude, they probably like the guy more than me because I dress the same every day. Black clothes, white collar, makes zero sense. No one's ever explained it once. I grew up Catholic. What's the collar mean? Could have no idea. But I know that they're a select few that get to fucking, after a long, hard day, a priest gets to fucking rip that collar off. It doesn't go all the way around. It just slides in. It's a very stupid... It's how you know you're like, hey, are you a man of God? Look at my neck. Don't get a throat tattoo. Get a whatever that's called. whatever priests have, which is a problem with fucking kids. You really gotta knock that off. Like honestly, with these Epstein files, they're like, they're copying the church. They're like, we've been doing this for forever. This Epstein guy. We've been villains forever. 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 You think you can just get in here because you got a couple trap doors and you hung out with the now current president of the United States of Americano? You ever think about that? Thank you. I love tits. I forgot. I don't know if I told you guys that. Oh, man. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah. So I drove from Texas to Missouri to go see sort of their album release. And you know what I've never done in my entire life is go to like a CD signing. Because when I was younger, I don't think even if I wanted to, my parents would have taken me to see that. Bobby, I'm allowed to know things that you don't know about me and that didn't happen to you. But I did like never want to do that. And I saw CD signing. So I was like, I'll just go do that. So I bought the CD and the album. And then while I'm standing in line, I'm like talking to other Story of the Year fans. Some I know, some I don't know. And then a guy hands me one of their albums. It's called The Constant, which everyone shits on, and I might be the mother of that album because I love it more than anything. I don't care what you guys think of that album. Oh, it's part of our family, and we should treat it as such. Who cares if no one else likes it? Into the Waves Again I Go. I mean, that's how I traveled. If I've ever been heartbroken, I go through waves. But I love that album, and there's a guy who had it signed. He's like, oh yeah, I just got it signed, and then the only thing I need to get, like, it was like, I had one more person have it signed, and he's like, hey, do you want to check it out? And he handed it to me, and the only way it would have fallen apart more is if it would have been like, Thanos would have snapped his fingers, and The Constant would have been part of the thing that like disappeared. The album just, I think that's a piece of shit. On the ground. And he handed it to me, and it opened up. The CD fell on the ground. The booklet flew away. Everything fell apart. He's like, no! And I was like, and luckily it landed like face down so that the ass was up or whatever, the part that like plays the song. Not the picture side. The picture side went down, so then I got to pick that up and look at a guy who looked like he was like, when someone like, they look at you in a way where they're like, we're lucky we live in a society. Because otherwise I might overreact right now, but we're not allowed to. Why? Because no one else is. Don't overreact. Said everyone overreacting. God damn, that's a beautiful sunset. God damn, am I right? Or are you wrong? But it's, yeah, so I got to go to the CD signing. Got those signed. Met some other Story of the Year fans, people I haven't seen in a while because I grew up in that area, so you got to see people you grew up with, and they had their show, and it was incredible. It was so much fun. It's, they played, you know, songs from the new album, they, you know, songs they've done, but the coolest shit was they had their kids come on stage, and so like Dan's daughter came on stage and sang with him, and then Ryan, the guitar player, his son came out and played guitar with him, and that ruled. Like there was something about, like, we were sitting side stage, and then all of a sudden I look over and I see, because also, I mean, I know this band very well, so I know all of Ryan's guitars. And whenever they had the setup, I looked over and I didn't see his pink guitar. I'm like, where the fuck is that guitar? And then at the end, for Until the Day I Die, his son was standing there with it. And I was like, oh, sick. Dude, and this kid was so fucking zoned in. You have to know what it's like to play guitar. And I've never, like, been, like, in a band and, like, played on stage, but, like, I don't believe neither has this kid. And so to go out on stage at the pageant with like everyone singing along, everyone's so excited, and he killed it, dude. He like got to walk out there, and you could just see him. He was like noodling with the guitar, and then they're like, ready, and he's like, and you could just see he was so fucking stoked. And then he got to go out there, and yeah, dude, fucking murdered it. And then he got off stage, and his dad was like, dude, Ryan was like, fucking perfect. He's like, trying to do that thing where you don't know, like when you're a kid, you want to be an adult so bad, and you think that if you act just right, like everyone will kind of think that you're like 25 years old. That's just what you do. So he's like, I just played guitar out there, my dad said, and then you're like, and then I was like, I saw a kid just be like so happy, and when you don't know what to do, like that, because that feeling that's a fleeting feeling as you get older. So it's cool to see them like share that with them. And then it was Valentine's Day, and our friends Jeff and Mary, they went out there, and he had convinced Mary that she was going to sing along with Dan. They're going to go out there and they're going to do this like little sing along thing. But then Jeff's going to be behind and kneel down and propose. So she got to come on stage and sing with them, and then they got engaged. Congrats to Jeff and Mary. So cool. But, you know, so she got to sing on stage, which was cool. But I'll tell you this, I'll fucking marry Jeff if you let me sing on stage with you guys. Jesus Christ. Is that all I have to do is marry Jeff? I'm basically gay by the way I yam. I am what I am, and I am what I am. I am a gay man with huge fucking forearms, just like Popeye. I do have forearms for days, dude. I'm so strong. I've broken a crowbar. Oh my god, have I told you guys that already? Anyway, I'll probably bring it up 6 more times. But yeah, I had so much fun being able to like be around there. And what's crazy is like I know like their families. Like when I go backstage, I'm like talking with like Ryan's wife, and we're like we're doing bits because she's fucking cool. She's very, very cool. And then Dan's wife Jenny, her parents were there, and they love me. They came outside, saw me, lit the fuck up. You know how special that feels for the families to know you, and it just feels good. And I'm not it's not a braggadocious thing, because like I don't even like even when I get a backstage pass, I just kind of go back into the audience. I just like having the opportunity to go backstage and make a couple dick jokes and then come back out. But I was just feeling very lucky, because also that night, because it was their CD release, there was a guy who I love. His name's Jared McGuire, and he is the brother of this girl Erin I dated in high school. And that, like, he knew Story of the Year, and the story was that Ryan had held, the guitar player had held Erin and dropped her on her head when they were, like, a kid. And that's why she was, like, so dumb that she's like, I'll date Bobby. But, like, that's how I got into Story of the Year. Like, I knew of them, but that's when I really started, like, getting into them. And she gave me, like, some of their old CDs. So her brother was there, and I got to say hi to him. We're doing bits. We're saying what's up. And then there was just, like, a moment where I was feeling very, like, fun and like I was just feeling lucky, and I didn't know what to do, and we were just like standing there, and I was just like, well, dude, how have you been? And like we started talking, we're catching up, and then I started asking about comedy. I was like, what comedians do you like? And he started describing one. He goes, dude, there's this guy, I don't know. He does this thing with like his like a members only jacket where he like pulls it up, but like kind of, and I'm like, that's Rory Scovel. That's literally my favorite comedian. And I put my arm up like this, and I was like, chills. And I had goosebumps. I was like, dude, I'm backstage with my favorite band, talking to Jared Maguire, this dude who, when I was like a kid, he was like the first older brother that I met that like he's so tatted up, he kind of like looked scary, but he was just like a silly dude, and was like cool. He didn't like give me that older brother like, hey, this is my sister. Like we just like fucking hung out by the pool, and like he was like a funny silly dude guy doing bits. And to be back there, and I'm like, what's your favorite comic? And he's like, Rory Scovel. There was just like a universal moment where I felt super like I guess just grateful. I don't know, for no other reason than to just be grateful. Because sometimes feeling grateful feels a little gay. Like sometimes you're like, you know what I'm grateful for? You're like, fucking tits and fucking asses. Let's fucking go. I love fucking sex. Like, but like sometimes you do. It is nice to be grateful. Like the other day I was grateful. I was like, you know what I'm grateful for? I was like, I haven't gotten like a ticket in a while. And then someone in front of me got pulled over. And I was like, see, if I would have been grateful, I would have been dead. I would have been dead. Oh, I don't know if you guys can hear the crickets. Probably not, because the thing I use to like edit this fucking sucks. It takes all the fun out. I was like, can you leave the ocean waves? It's like, no, we can't do that. Does it make it sound beautiful? No. You have to figure it out. Well, I can't figure it out. Well, we'll figure it out. Bobby, are you literally talking about how you produce the podcast on your own podcast? Yes, but I actually, I swear to God, if I just said I thought an ant bit my nut, you wouldn't believe me. But just feel weird about my nuts. Is that poop? Is that shit and poop right there? Because I kind of touched it earlier. I don't want to touch it, but I do want to find out if it's poop. It might be prehistoric. No, it's a rock. Okay, cool. And then what's this? That's not poop? Okay. Just two things that looked like poop. Sorry, you guys look like poop. All right, I'll put that back. Would you rather be covered in poop or piss? Put your hands together and let me try a little bit of both of those fucking things. No, I don't mean that. Is that person pissing over there? I can't say. They're just standing towards it. No, they were just standing like that for some reason. Sorry. And no judgment. Hey, if you want to take a piss, that's fine. But it is weird to do it while you can see someone like clearly recording. Maybe that's their kink. They look for podcasts to go piss in front of. Get a little bit of, look a little piss out. Sorry. No, I've been in a car by myself for fucking 24 hours just listening to the same Arson album over and over. And I know it sounds like that is the complaint about the album, but I love the album. The complaint is how tired I am. And then I was like, I have to do a podcast. I have to do my job. I have to accomplish tasks. Why? Because dude, wouldn't it be funny if every animal in the kingdom of heaven or every animal had to like get tasks done, and like there was fat birds and like fucking like crickets that cut their wrists or whatever, like there's just and you just saw everyone else struggle, but you don't. We're the only ones that are like, we're so smart, we have jobs. The rest of nature is so punk rock, it doesn't let anything tell it what to do, and we're like, you're stupid. Do you know what a big house is? And like animals are like, this whole thing is our house, and they're like, well, if it rains, don't come crying to me, because you can't cry inside, because that's why I have a roof. We don't want wet in here. We keep dry outside. Fuck, dry inside, wet outside. Unless we're talking about fucking pussy again. No, I'm just kidding with pussy talk. I'm just joshing you. Yeah. What was it? Because that was the highlights, and I guess I try to think of like what because I could talk about them so long-windedly, and I don't know which things to say that are like the most important or whatever. But one of the cool things is when you go to these shows, a lot of times like afterwards, like Dan and them like will come hang out for a little bit, and there's like a part where like everyone's hanging out and talking. And then everyone gets so fucked up that eventually everyone has to leave. And then Dan's wife was like, "Hey, we have to go. It's time to like go." And it is cool to, like, they say, like, never meet your heroes. Dan is a dude I've looked up to forever, and I didn't know he was going to be this fucking funny. And while his wife was like, we have to go, he goes. And he was doing the thing where he's staring at her, and he was, like, trying to be like, yeah, let's go, but, like, also, I don't know which way you want me to go right now. And we all, like, just started, like, laughing. And there's, like, those are the moments that are, like, so much better than, you know, ever getting to play guitar with them on stage. And I don't care. And then now, I swear to God, if they could call me right now and they'd be like, okay, Bobby, we're ready for you to do it. I'm like, well, I haven't been practicing because I thought we were joking about it, and I don't even care anymore. It's for kids. Let's let kids do it. I don't need to come out as a 35-year-old man looking like he made a wish. And they're like, they're going older now. They kind of expanded it. They should do Make-A-Wishes for other age groups. You know what I mean? Like a 50-year-old that fucking gets, like, robotic legs and can fucking, like, run and hump again. Or like, like a 32-year-old that gets to, play guitar on stage. I'm 35, so I was trying to think of a different thing. But even when I was 32, I wanted to do. But yeah, just like letting like getting on the back of Tony Hawk and doing a 900 or something like that. Like while he spins, you just squeeze on real tight. Just something like that would be fun. Just Make-A-Wishes for other ages. And then you don't even have to be dying. You just have to be like, you have to be doing not well when you call the Make-A-Wish. Like if you throw up and you're like in a bathroom, you're like, call it, like, I want to skydive off in the arch. Like, excuse me, sir? Like, I call Make-A-Wish. I'm going to skydive off of the St. Louis Arch. Okay, are you dying? Right now, if I can throw up in my own lap. Okay, we will get you signed up. You do have to do it tomorrow, hungover though. 10-4, see you at the top, but arch. Ah, Savannah, Missy, my boy. I always thought the words for that were, another kid without a father, another kid without a father, because he lost his dad. And I was like, man, they're kind of, from the day that he lost his father. Is there a car coming towards it? Oh, there gotta be a road over there. No, it's a four-wheeler? It's a four-wheeler, because where I'm at, there aren't roads, and that is a four-wheeler. Please don't come over here and make me move my whole podcast stuff, and like a little gay boy. Oh, he's gonna make me fucking pull my podcast. They're gonna come over here. I know they're coming over here. Great, they're coming over here. They're pointing, and I don't even know which way to go. And I gotta move. I gotta move for the pod. I gotta move. Gotta move for the four-wheeler. Sorry, just making a podcast. It sucks. The podcast sucks. Your family seems great. Oh, yeah, just making a podcast. You can go right in front of it.
I'm sorry.
No, don't go for it. No, you're good. I want to get out of your way so you can still do it. This is way more fun than what I'm doing. Can I get on the back? All right, later. Can I get on the back, you fucking piece of shit? Did you say that, Bob? That's all 35-year-olds? Like, can I get on the back? And they're like, right now they're saying the funniest shit to each other, and they're laughing as a family at my fucking stupid ass. Oh, that guy over there's an idiot. No, you're an idiot. No, you're an idiot. Okay. Let's get the whole family on the four-wheeler. See, that's how fast they wanted to go over here, and I took that over for them just to make a fucking stupid little podcast. Watch how fast they go. Oh my God. Oh, it looks okay. They just made a turn, and it went to. I thought, okay, they're fine. What a switch to this episode if I had to try to remember everything I learned when I was an EMT. Oh, okay. Which one of you needs help first? You just flipped over on a motorcycle. I have my book with me. I go, okay. Motorcycle. How are you? 1, 2. You breathing? You're. That's a terrible thing to say, but the reason I didn't say that out of nowhere. I thought they were about to flip their fucking four-wheeler. No, they didn't. God, I want a dirt bike so bad. If I had a dirt bike now knowing that they could ride it here, I would bring that dirt bike through this whole fucking field and rip it up. Now, this just so you guys know, you might be like, oh, Bobby, thanks for taking us to your field. This is my very first field this is the first time I've been here. And I was like, you know what? I got to go get my podcast stuff because that's how literally pretty it is. Come on, motherfucker, take it. Go fast. 3, 2, 1, go fast for the pod. What if he keeps coming by? Every time he moves, he's like, I mean, this is just what I do with my family. We do this every day, so I don't know what to tell you. I'm like, hopefully he'll go around us again. I'm not moving. It's a free country. But you know what we do in America is we do bow to, if you have cooler things, we're like, you are more important. And he could just run over my thing anytime he wanted to. I wish he did a wheelie, though. That would look sick to see him do a wheelie. No way. Is he coming back? Okay, cool. It's just every time. Oh, no, sorry, yes. I want to die. Where was I? Oh yeah, talking about story of the year, all that stuff, and just how much fun it is and how lucky I am, and just like watching and it was fun, dude. We all got a little, haven't done it in a while, got a little fucked up. Got a little fucked up at a bowling alley and just made dumb jokes. And that's what we did. We got to do that, and then also off of the new album that they released, which if you have a band that you love, you know how cool it is when they release new music, because you don't ever know how to take it in. That's like, you're like, okay, I'm ready. No, I'm not. Yes, because it's not like you're like, oh, this is my mom's favorite meal. She made it again. It's a brand new meal, and they're not allowed to use any of the same ingredients, pretty much. Because if you do, I promise you, one of the fans will be like, Dave, that sounds exactly like this. Oh, yeah, I think so, too. But you know who didn't bring it up? Me, because I love this album. There's only one song on it that I don't like, and I skip it pretty much every time, and I'll never tell. Why would I tell? Why would you talk about the bad things? There's so many good things on that album. There's no reason to focus on the ones you don't like. I had a friend say the other day, like, which ones don't you like of the? And I'm like, I don't. Let's talk about that another time. Let's talk about the things I do like. Which, by the way, it's fucking Gasoline, See Through, Disconnected, obviously, because those two came out first, and then My Religion, which, dude, totally grew on me. The first time I heard it, I was like, what the fuck is this thing? And then I really fell in love with it, sincerely. Then I'm like crying, and I'm like putting my hands up. I'm like, I almost started believing in you again, my guy, or girl, or a bunch of girls. You die, and it's like you die in the movie American Pie. It's just a bunch of girls with fucking tits. Because I love tits. I have to explain to everybody that I love tits. People are like, you don't love tits? I'm like, ugh. I love them. You know what would make me like tits even more? Is if they could fart. You know what I mean? You go to suck on a tit, and then it gets and you're like, yeah. It's like a good defense mechanism. Hey, your tits are beautiful. Oh yeah? Well, they fucking stink. And just fucking kind of eke out your little tits. Ooh, is that my tits or my ass? You fart out of both? Dude, that would be so cool if our nipples farted. Yeah, you're just like, oh, sorry. It smelled like I came out of my tits and my ass that time. Fuck. Oh, man, my tits hurt. I think they need to fart. Because farting feels... And here's the thing, if you're like, Bobby, that sounds so stupid. Imagine if only our tits farted and our butts didn't. And if I thought how funny it would be if our butts farted, you would think I was insane. Let's finish watching the sunset together. I think that's it. I think I timed it pretty good. I don't think I can see any more of the sun. It does that thing during a sunset where you're like, God, this feels so good. I want to sit here forever. Then it's like done. You're like... Oh, okay. Man, moments don't live forever. Fuck, my back hurts. I'll do that when I'm driving, too. I'm like, God, everything is so beautiful. And then it gets dark, and you're like, I'm going to go eat a fucking bunch of Uncrustables from a quick trip. Or an Unsmuckable, or whatever the fuck the off-brand is called that's in a square. I love competing companies, because you have to... I don't know which one's first, and then someone's like, not only are we going to copy you, but we'll change it enough that every time you try to sue us, they're like, yeah, damn it. I tried, but I couldn't get it done. This is just like an Uncrustables. Well, really? Lay it on top. See if they look the same. That's a square and a circle, buddy. Go ahead and try to fit one of those through the other. Oh, you can't? The insides have peanut butter and jelly. Oh, so you stole from Mother's. You stole from Mother's making these for forever. We've been making these since we've been living in trees. Since we used to be monkeys in trees, you just fucking putting an Uncrustable. I don't like the crust. Tear it off. We've been doing that for 1 billion years, is eating fucking Uncrustables. I love an Uncrustable. I like them frozen too. I like pissing people off when I say that. I don't really like it when it's not that cold. Oh, really? I like to bite into it and it tastes like a coin. I like to bite into it like I'm a giant and I can handle anything in my mouth. Except for cum. Fuck. Everyone thinks I'm so gay. Because that's all I talk about. Well, if you knew where I came from, it's a long line of the horniest people I've ever met. I have like an uncle that, like, if I'd bring a girlfriend over in high school, he'd be like, yeah, that's right. I'm like, and back then you'd be like, yeah, of course she's hot. And now, then you grow up and you're like, Uncle Don, go put another thing of tobacco in and stop fucking talking to my 16-year-old girlfriend. Oh, well, what's your mom do? Well, stop fucking talking to her. Oh, what a sunset. Thanks for watching it with me. It was beautiful. We saw a four-wheeler. The outside's getting louder. That's how you know the sun's going away. You don't really realize how loud the sun makes everything kind of quiet, and then it goes away and everything starts talking. Kind of like at night, you know, like when you go to a party and it gets louder. During the day, that house has got sunshine coming through. It's very calm, but at night, it's like, this is what we... Kiss my body, kiss my body. I've tried to like look that song up. It's not on Spotify. I think you just have to like watch that part of the movie every time you want to watch that song. I think from MC Hammer. That's the podcast. It's good. It's good to be back. Thanks for listening. Oh, what is that little critter? What is that? What is that? I don't want to scare him, but it's awesome. I don't want to scare him, but I will blow him. What are you, a spider? What are you? What? Are you some kind of spider? Where'd he go? Did you go under the little rock I thought was poop? Where'd you go? Don't hide from me. I'm not going to eat you, but I bet you feel like that. All right. I thought I saw... All right. Well, anyways, I can't end it. I wanted to show you something, but I'll show you my fucking nuts. Goodbye. The podcast is about to get so much better. We got a lot of surprises. I got a lot of things I've been working on. So... subscribe to the Patreon so I can make money to make the next thing even better. Sign up for my Venmo because that's just where money can be sent. And then this episode was sponsored by Dude Wipes because the other day I did shit my pants and I handled it so carefully and that I was like, oh, I'm getting good at this. That's probably not good. I'm getting good at shitting my pants. Is something I should probably stop. But that's the end of the podcast. Love you. Kisses. Bye.